What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Popcorn Chicken. If you're wondering why there's a black screen behind me, it's because, well, we haven't put the poster up yet. We're going to do it after I bring in my partner in crime today. It's my partner in crime, Sheldon.
Yeah, how's that going?
The other two members of the crew are they're both working, actually. They both have a project. So they will be back possibly next week. And I might not be back next week because I might have work. But we're here right now, and that's all that matters. And we got a ton of things to get into. We got the Last of Us trailer to talk about, which I haven't seen. You have seen it?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen it. So we're going to check that out. We're also going to talk about the Penguin, HBO Max's The Penguin.
Yep.
It's going to be our big talk. That's the one. And there might be some spoilers stuff here and there, but we'll warn you before we start talking about it. Episode 1 dropped on Sunday or Saturday.
Penguin episode 1 dropped on Thursday, but they're going to be airing Sundays here on out.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought it was all every Thursday, but yeah, I was misinformed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is fine with us because we'll talk about it on Thursday then.
Yep.
It gives everybody enough time to watch it. If you haven't watched it, go watch it.
You should.
That's all I'm going to say right now, right? Just go watch it.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I gave it a 7 out of 10 on Monday, but I watched it again and I might have a different score today. So
okay.
Sometimes second time you watch it, you pick up a couple of things.
Right.
That's
fair. Yep.
And when you do, then you must adjust your score accordingly.
Oh,
it might
for
not be a good thing or it might be a bad thing. You don't know, right? So
right.
But
like when I watched Deadpool and Wolverine and I noticed the Easter eggs the second time around, I was like, oh, they're all dead franchises now, bro.
Yes. And then we're also going to talk about a slap, a Canadian, the biggest Canadian cinema company, Cineplex, which is our biggest one here in Canada.
Yes.
It's equivalent to, I would say, AMC maybe.
Okay.
In terms of running a lot of theaters and size.
Yeah.
I know the Cineplex is the king here, although Landmark is slowly taking some of its shares.
Yeah.
But they got recently slapped with a huge fine.
Ooh.
We'll get into that as well.
Oh, you're teasing. That's not.
Yes, I
don't like it. I don't like it.
But we're going to talk about birthdays first.
All right.
So here's your chance to get some birthdays in, and then we'll get into it. All right. Happy birthday to Michael Douglas.
Whoa. Okay.
How old is Michael Douglas?
I know he's pretty damn old now. He's got to be pushing at least 75.
Okay, you say 75. Michael Douglas is 80 years old.
Ooh. All right. Okay.
So he's up there in age.
Yeah.
Is Catherine Zeta-Jones still married to him?
I think they are still together.
That's crazy.
Pretty sure, man.
When I first heard about their marriage, I thought she's just a gold digger. She's a straight up gold digger.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
Right?
She wasn't really big in Hollywood at that point either, I don't think.
She did the Zorro movie, correct?
Yes. With Antonio Banderas.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of birthdays, happy birthday to Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Oh, it's her birthday too?
This week.
Oh, this week. Okay.
This week. But I think it's the same day. I could be wrong here. Let me see. Yeah, it is the same day. How old is beautiful Catherine Zeta-Jones?
She's got to be pushing like 55.
You're on the money. 55.
Really?
55. Woo! What do you think? Okay, if you were to guess, what's her ethnic background? Oh, whoa, hold on. He lives.
He
lives.
Such a beef.
You have beef?
Oh my god. Okay. So.
Oh no, here we go. I'll let you rant, but I gotta be back in a second here. I'll let you rant to Sheldon.
No. I gotta wait for you to get back. I need everyone to suffer as much as I have in the last.
No, I don't.
Fucking week.
Okay, rant away. I'll listen to you, but I won't have the camera on.
Okay, so last week or the week before or whatever, we remember
Mhm.
my webcam just stopped working for some reason.
Yes.
Webcam that I've used for ever.
Yes.
Normally, I have this fucking thing, the Canon EOS M50, so a
Yeah.
Canon mirrorless camera. I also have a Canon EOS M, and what I'm currently using is a Canon EOS R. Anyway, I love Canon. They're great. They can suck my entire ass and
no.
balls at the same time.
Oh no.
Because what they did was they had a program
Yeah.
that it was like, okay, if you have a Canon DSLR, you can just plug it in via USB, and then you can use it as a webcam,
Okay.
right? So it was great because I got a bunch of cinema lenses and a bunch of all cool shit. So, all my Zoom meetings during the pandemic with, telemarketing companies that I worked for because the job market was shit. They were like, wow, it looks so cool. And I was like, neat. Anyway, so they had a program. It worked great. You plugged it in, and then your computer was just like, that's a webcam. And it's like, cool. Now and I have a follow-up with rebuttal from the company. Like, I have gone deep, and I have an official response from Canon.
Oh, okay. Okay. What did they say to you?
Hold on. So they then the program was always in beta, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it worked great, and it was awesome. I mean, it didn't work great. It just kind of worked, and occasionally it would crash. I need to put my hair up for this. Jesus Christ.
Oh shit, it's getting serious. Okay.
Yeah. And then it would crash constantly and whatever. But it was beta, and it was free, so who gives a shit? So last week they took it out of beta,
Okay.
which means it no longer works for you, and they now have a paid version. So you can pay $5 a month. It's a subscription service.
Oh no.
Or $50 a year. But they're like, oh, well, you could just use the free one, which stops you from using 1080 output. It caps you at 720 30 frames, and you can't do a bunch of other shit that nobody asked for.
That's not good.
So I was like, all right, that's bullshit. And the reason why you can't just plug in an HDMI into a lot of the cameras is because they don't output a clean HDMI signal. So you'll still get the white box of the focusing ring and all your settings and like the countdown timer and all that shit. So this bypassed that. Now they've put a paywall behind it, and it's a subscription service. So first off, bullshit.
Right.
Second off, everyone's like losing their shit online and being like, well, it doesn't even work that great.
Now they're holding your guys' cameras hostage, basically.
They are. So then I reached out to them and I was like, hey, this is kind of a dick move. I get it was in beta and you want to recoup your costs for developing this software. That's legit. Why are you making it a subscription service? Like, if you were like, hey, the thing that you've been helping beta test for the last 3, 4, 5 years, we finally did an official release. The official release now is going to be my mic seems quieter than Sheldon's. All right, well, let's boost that shit. I got it. So and if they had come out and were like, yo, the full version's out now, everything's fine, but just give us, 20, 30, even $50,
right?
Just buy it outright. And it would have been like, all right, fuck you, but I get it. You got to recoup some cost for the development of a software. That's fine. Sure, I've been using it for years. I'll shell you the $50. Mm-hmm. The fact they made a subscription service, that isn't why I'm super mad at them. What I'm the most mad at them is when I reached out to them and I was like, hey, why did you do this? They were like, oh, well, during the pandemic, it was a really hard time for everyone and people didn't have access to webcams. So we wanted to facilitate an easy way where they could use the camera that they have at home and use it as a webcam. And I'm like, fuck you, Amazon still existed. You could buy cameras. This wasn't like we were all in the gulag and didn't have access to the internet or stores. Like, you could still buy a Logitech 4K camera for $50, so suck my dick. But yeah, they're like, oh, we wanted to help people. It's like, no, fuck you. You wanted to make money. Just say that. Just be like, we want to recoup costs. It's out of beta, so that's how it is. I'd be like, all right, cool. You are a business. But they come at me with like, oh, we care about people. Get fucked. So yeah, Canon can eat my entire ass. Now I have my camera, which I don't have a dummy battery for. I mean, this is like a much better camera, so that's why my camera looks really good. But I have that running out an HDMI into the Elgato capture card through a USB, which then I had to like figure out which USB on my goddamn computer can handle a 4K signal, and then that crashed half the goddamn. So anyway, I'm fucking tilted.
Well, we're never getting sponsored by Canon. Just know that.
Suck my ass.
It's not happening, dude.
But like, here's a good example: Blackmagic. If you buy any of their like physical things, if you buy any hardware, they're like, here is every form of software we've ever. Also, this camera's $2,000, and you don't want to give me the fucking program for free? So yeah,
Fair.
Tell us how really mad you are.
Okay.
Anyways, we're here to cheer you up,
this
buddy.
isn't
We're here to...
full of water.
We better get the show on started then. It's gonna end wild pretty bad. Well, we'll talk about birthdays here. One of your favorite actors. Happy birthday to Will Smith.
Oh,
How old is Will Smith?
Get jiggy with it. He's like pushing 53 at least. He's in his 50s for sure now.
Yeah,
53.
I'm gonna say 55.
Our friend Will, getting jiggy with it, is 56.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just did birthdays before you came. We did Catherine Zeta-Jones, and we also did what's her name, Michael Douglas. They're both born on the same day.
Whoa! Wait,
Yeah.
same day?
Yeah. So how old
Oh
is
my God, they're
Douglas? And
Scorpios.
how old is Zeta-Jones or Zeta-Jones?
70.
For Douglas?
Kurt Douglas or Michael Douglas?
Michael.
74.
And then Zeta-Jones?
Wait, who's the first person?
Michael Douglas is the first person.
Yeah.
And then Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Oh, 67.
So Douglas is 80 years old. So you're off. And then Zeta-Jones is 55.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, yeah.
She still looks good.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
come on now.
Come on.
Sheldon actually someone's got playback audio. I can hear it echoing.
All right, then. One sec.
Yeah.
I'll move to headphones then.
Sheldon got Zeta-Jones correct.
I did. Right on the money.
And then both of you guys are off by a couple of years. Happy birthday to Donald Glover. One of my favorite actors.
Absolutely.
One of my favorites. So talented, this guy.
And musicians, too.
Yes, Childish Gambino.
So good.
Yeah. How old is Donald Glover?
I think I'm going to be mad. He's probably younger than me. 33.
I'm gonna say.
Mama say.
37.
37. You two are too nice to him. He is 41.
Yo,
Oh!
okay. I'm no longer
Okay. Okay.
He's my age. He's close to
Damn.
my age. We homies. All right. Let's do a couple more here. All right. Let's do Linda Hamilton. Connor.
Oh, right. Let's go.
Sarah Connor for Terminator, if you're wondering, Sheldon, who that is.
No, yeah, I know. Yeah,
Linda Hamilton. How old is Linda Hamilton?
she old.
58.
I'm gonna say like 67.
Linda Hamilton is 67. Woo!
Yo, that's
Sheldon,
two.
two in a row,
That's
baby.
two.
That's a
Holy
record of that year. That's a
Boosh.
record of popcorn chicken. That's how bad we are at guessing.
Oh yeah, that's not.
We've had ones like Justin has done a couple of times once.
Yeah,
I think Chris
I've
has
had
done a couple of times.
one-offs.
Yeah.
But we've never had someone do two. That's crazy. Buy yourself a lottery ticket, my friend.
I will.
We'll do two more. Here. Happy birthday to Gwyneth Paltrow.
Ugh. I mean, oh, fantastic.
Why did you
Okay.
say that?
Why did I say what? What are you
You went,
talking about, man?
I said Gwyneth Paltrow, and Justin Sheldon goes, yuck.
Yeah, and I said goop. If you want, she's the one with the vagina scenting candles, right?
That's right. Yeah.
That's why we said ew.
I don't know how.
All you have to know, that shit is fire.
It should be on fire. It should be on fire.
How
it's
old
candle,
is
you have
that?
to light it on
How
fire.
old is the everlasting beautiful Gwyneth Paltrow?
Doesn't she inject herself with?
I don't know. Why are you asking? How
No,
would I
she
know?
said on record. She, not the kid's blood. That's.
I thought it was that. I thought it
think
was like
might
baby
be
blood
that.
or something like that.
Yeah, I think she started
Ugh.
that.
Allegedly.
No, not
Yeah.
allegedly. She is flat out said like, I know it helps with my skin.
Okay.
I don't know why
That's
she's an
fair.
old Jewish grandmother now, but
She pushing
up.
53.
How old is she?
53.
I'm gonna say 59. Everything the goop is working.
Gwyneth Paltrow is 52. You're missing by one, Sheldon. Oh.
Ooh.
Meow, meow, meow. Wow.
Almost there.
What?
She's Elizabeth Bathory. What?
All right, let's do one more. The rising, and I mean rising superstar in Hollywood. I think she's gonna do just massive numbers in Hollywood in the next 10 years. Is
Oh,
happy
wait.
birthday to
Elizabeth Bathory was a Hungarian noblewoman, alleged serial killer. So yeah, she's a vampire, is what she's saying.
okay. Anyways, what I was
Didn't
saying
you know?
was happy birthday to Jenna Ortega.
Jenna Ortega's 29.
She is going to be a superstar in Hollywood. If she already is, I think, in my opinion.
I would say she is. man.
gonna.
Yeah.
But I think she's just going to be like, just next 10 years, she's just going to be one of the best.
27.
27. Justin, what'd you say?
29.
Jenna is 22.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
she
a
young,
kid, man. And
Damn.
yeah, she's
Was a
going to kill it.
child.
She's going to kill it in Hollywood. So talented. All right, let's do.
Her and Aubrey Plaza need to have a buddy cop movie where it's just two goth chicks solving crime.
Didn't they do a movie together? I thought they
No,
did.
they did an acceptance speech at an award show, and they were like, I don't know why they put us here. And then they're like, yeah, we hate everything, and we're spoopy. And then they're like, oh, we get it now.
It'd be a good movie. Even if it was bad, it'd be good.
We're doing events now.
Okay.
So, in 1964, the sitcom Gilligan's Island started. 1964 Gilligan's. Did you guys ever watch Gilligan's Island?
Hell yeah.
Well, I watched a bit here and there. It was like right after MASH or before MASH. I can't remember.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we're back
I
in the
never liked
Canadian
MASH.
TV. We got everything 10, 20 years later.
Yep.
I never liked MASH. Did you guys watch MASH?
Mm-hmm.
I watched a bit of MASH, just like kind of like Gilligan's.
Radar.
Yep.
I can't name any of the other characters.
Yeah, I don't know. I just remember watching a few here and there, and it was
Yeah,
interesting.
no,
I didn't know what was going on. It was just a bunch of army people in a hospital kind of setting, and I didn't know it was about the Vietnam War whatsoever. So
It was pretty much propaganda.
yeah. It was good. It was good though.
It was good propaganda.
Yeah.
Alright.
You got that.
So I watched Gilligan's Island. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah.
In 1982, Knight Rider
Ooh.
came out, starring David Hasselhoff.
Didn't they
1982.
do? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but didn't they do like 2 other iterations of Knight Rider?
I remember they tried to do another version.
Yeah, like I remember one where they did like a whole squad of them. or something like
Mm.
that. Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
They also had. Do you remember? Is it Airwolf?
Airwolf.
It was a helicopter version of Knight Rider. They tried to spin it out of Knight Rider.
Oh, what?
I think it's
I
called
gotta look this up.
Airwolf.
Oh my god,
Airwolf.
it is a thing. What the hell? Holy crap!
Yeah, they did that. It didn't last long.
No, I don't think
For
there's
some
anybody. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
In 2006, so close to our time frame,
Year of our Lord, 2006.
2006, this movie, The Departed, came out. Did you guys watch this movie?
I'm not a
Departed.
co-op. I'm not a cop.
Oh man, what is it? Your period? Cranberry juice? Oh man,
Ben
yeah.
Affleck and Matt Damon, wasn't it?
Matt Damon, Mark Wahlberg,
Mm.
and Leonardo DiCaprio.
I can.
Right.
Mm.
Woo!
The Departed.
What a set of teams here! Wow, this trio is crazy.
They haven't been in a movie together since.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah, waiting for Ocean's 56.
All right, let's do a couple shall we? Let's do
What?
a couple.
Oh, couple of more. I thought you were speaking French at me.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I don't know
wow.
what he was saying either, man. Don't worry.
The Capé le Mois
Capé
with
le
this
Mois.
side of fish.
Huh? I thought I had a couple more in the chamber here. Let's see here. I can do one.
They gotta bring back Viper.
Helicopter Night Ride. Wait, so
Was it an Airwolf? Not
or
Viper.
Airwolf?
No,
Uh,
y'all don't remember Viper, huh?
Yeah, that was a
No.
remake of it. They used the Dodge Viper, right?
Yeah, that was with
Oh.
what's his
Yeah.
name? He passed away. He was on 90210.
Oh,
Isn't that
yeah,
just the
yeah.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Pretty much. That Viper
it-
thing was cool though, man. He was shooting out energy balls and stuff. It was sick.
Yo, again, I bring up shit, what was the Kung Fury? And Hasselhoff's in it too.
Interesting.
And it's on
One
YouTube.
more here. One more for events. In 2021, No Time to Die releases,
Ooh,
starring Daniel Craig.
I liked his Bond movies. They were
Is
all
he
good.
in your top 3 of all-time Bonds?
I would say so.
Yes.
Yeah.
So who are your 3 then?
So there's him, Pierce Brosnan, and Sean Connery.
I have the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
Not because of the movies for Pierce Brosnan, but like growing up, that was who Bond was for me.
Yeah, exactly.
But then 007 Goldeneye on the N64, just like that's James Bond.
Yep.
So you guys, like a lot of people in England are probably just gonna throw swords at you because you didn't pick Roger Moore,
They're good.
Timothy Dalton,
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's the one I'm?
George Lazenby
Oh yeah, Lazenby was good. Hold
or
on.
Lazenby, sorry. David Niven
Who?
or Niven. He did Casino Royale.
Oh, the original one. Yeah.
Yeah. Barry Nielsen.
Yeah, Brosnan, Connery. Yeah, those are the Bonds that I think of. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think there was necessarily a bad Bond,
No.
but
Like Roger Moore, I'd maybe would have put him in there if Sean Connery wasn't around, but he was, unfortunately. So too bad.
Yeah. I
And just-
agree. Those are my 3 as well.
yeah, like what was the?
But I would say Daniel Craig is a far
I think
away
he's the
from-
best.
What?
I think he's the best one.
I totally
I
disagree.
would agree too. Like I find that he and Hollywood does this to a fault most of the time, but he humanized him more. And like
Yeah.
we see why he's a womanizing piece of shit, not just we are led to believe he's a womanizing piece of shit.
Mhm.
Like we see like, oh, that's why it has trust issues. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Instead of just like, no, he's just kind of cute and suave and he hates women. And you're like, yeah, but he's the good guy. And they're like, yeah, he's in a suit. Shut up.
Unless you're Sean Connery, then you just slap them, put them back in their place.
Yeah,
Sean's the man. Sean's the man. Sean's so far number one, the other two can't even see him. That's for me on the
Yeah,
list.
Sean Connery walked so the rest
just
could run.
I mean, even when he not even is Bond and drops lines like "You're best,"
Oh yeah.
"You're best"
What was his quote about? Hold on. I'll
from The
pull it.
Rock.
No.
Welcome to the Rock.
Welcome to The
Sean
Rock, gentlemen.
Connery.
You know, it's too bad. Extraordinary. The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen didn't do as well as it did.
Why?
I like the concept of it. You know, I thought that was really cool, bringing all these like folktale monsters.
I just liked how they
together.
used the Dire Straits, the first opening scene in the very first movie. I was like, "Whoa, this thing is awesome!" But yeah, Sean Connery for me number one. Umra Nuno.
Who do you think is going to be the next one? Have they even picked one yet?
It's gonna be a female.
No, I heard like Aaron Taylor Johnson was in talks with that.
Is he?
I that's what I heard.
Hell is that? Oh, the guy
Craven.
from
Super bad.
Flash. Quick,
no,
sorry,
Bullet
Quicksilver.
Train.
Yes. That
I
one.
think he's too short.
Kick ass.
Yeah, he's good in Kick Ass.
He's too short, I think.
I mean,
But then again,
Craig's not
Pierce
that bad.
Brosnan is short as well.
That's true. I don't know.
So
I mean, he'd probably do. He would have to change his accent. He's a bit too brummy.
Mm.
you get training for that.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Because then it would just be like a what's the guy who did Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels? The director. What's his name?
No idea.
If he didn't change his accent, then it would just be a Guy Ritchie movie.
Mm.
What, we going around here?
Let's get into our first topic of the night. We'll talk about the Penguin towards the end of the show here. So hang tight, everybody. But let's get into this one here. So I experienced this. I didn't realize at first what it was. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm maybe just a one-off thing. But I'll set the story up here. Earlier this week, Cineplex, which is the largest theater company here in Canada, was slapped with a whopping almost $39 million fine over their online booking fee.
Ooh.
So essentially they're saying is if you book online through the website or the app, we're going to charge you $1.50 to do it that way.
Okay.
Which makes no sense because what are you trying to tell me? To go to the theater itself where you're going to pay somebody to stand there and get my ticket for me? Doesn't that cost you more
Yeah.
than me clicking a button here?
Okay. Now, why did they get charged this?
Because there's no reason to book an online fee.
No. Why are they being charged this fine?
It's because they had this online booking fee.
Right. Then how the shit are Uber Eats and DoorDash?
So that's
okay.
where it's not just Uber Eats. One of the biggest
Ticketmaster.
I was just gonna say, yeah, they're way more outrageous than this.
If you think I got pissed off at Canon just now, that pales into comparison for the literal physical altercations I've had with Ticketmaster and what's their subsidiary, or what are they a subsidiary of? Anyway, that booking agency that handles everything. They are literal fascists when it comes to live music, and I've gotten into physical fights with employees because of it.
Ticketmaster is one of the most insane places to, how people get ripped off. Like, I know people that paid over $500 for fees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't understand how they're allowed to get away with that. Honestly, it's
monopolizing.
I think it's easier to punish the Cineplex. Well, at least I know whoever runs the whole telecommunication company, at least they had the nuts to finally do something with one of these many problems that we have.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not the only ones that we just mentioned. Ticketmaster, there's, Ubers, there is even stores charge you a fee
Mhm.
to buy online their product. So I'm happy that these guys got slapped. Now Cineplex quickly said they're going to appeal this.
Yeah,
Of course they will.
Their
right?
lawyers need to remain relevant.
Mhm.
But I also think another company, Landmark, which is in Canada now and growing, I had to pay $1.50 for a fee just last week. So I think they're probably like, "Ugh, maybe we should remove that out of our website."
Well, I think why they're going after Cineplex is because
They're the biggest.
They are the biggest, but there's still competition in theaters. There are still multiple different companies that are not owned by the same
Yeah.
big corporation, and there's small theaters. There's local theaters, and
Yeah.
the thing that's Ticketmaster, who's owned by Live Nation, there is a monopoly, flat out. Live Nation owns like 90% of the ticketing online, and also scalping is illegal unless they do it.
So reading the article here, one of the reasons why they were upset with Cineplex is it said here is that the watchdogs accuse Cineplex of misleading theater goers by not immediately presenting them with the full price of the movie ticket when they purchase their seats online. So after you purchase seats, then you get hit with this.
Mm-hmm.
So they're saying basically the consumer was deceived, and therefore it breaks the rules in Canada set place by a company, and so they were slapped with $38.9 million. Now, how they came out with 38.9, I'm assuming is maybe they did an estimate of how long they've had this going on for, and they took probably a data of how many tickets they sell per year, and then did an estimate, said, okay, this is what you're going to get punished with, 38.9 million. So I hope people in the companies in the US take notice of this, or the government in the US takes notice of this and starts banning this, because it's just getting out of hand. It's everywhere now.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that these big companies are nickel and diming their customers for things that shouldn't even matter.
The main reason why they're doing it is because the pandemic, and this happened in pretty much every entertainment business or industry. Either they made a shitload of money during the pandemic because nobody had anything to do other than spend their surplus checks on entertainment,
right?
And now that the pandemic's over, their revenues are going down, so their shareholders are just going like, make more money, and they're like, shit, $1.50 for everyone. There, you happy?
It's corporate greed, right? That's what it is. Corporate greed. They were
just
so
like Canon being like, oh, we did this to help you, and it's like, no, just say you want to make money. You're a business.
That's why I got to buy a Sony, buddy.
Sony's even worse.
No, they're not. I can plug my Sony in. I can plug my Sony in.
Yeah, you can. That's true. But they're 5 times the price.
That is true. But I mean, eventually you'll get there with the subscription.
You paying for that name, dog. That's what you're paying for.
No, when you just spit it out right now, I was just like, are they kidding me? Like, what? I've already bought the product. I just want to plug it into my computer.
Yeah.
Why do I got to buy a subscription for this?
Yeah.
That's a little. It feels like they want to do what Adobe's doing and just continuously.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And look what happened to Adobe.
Well,
all time sales are down all time.
Yeah, because everyone's like, I could just go to this website that does the same thing. Well, that's the thing. Like Blackmagic so far is the only corporation that I feel like matters or cares about people. And like Avid, who makes Pro Tools, which is like, oh, it's the industry standard. So says every boomer who's worked in the recording industry for fucking 40 years. And then I show them Reaper, which is free. And it's free, but like it's like, oh, here's the unlimited trial. And every time you open it, it goes like, hey, you've been using it for more than 60 days. You should give us money, but we're not going to make you. Because we don't believe in that. And it's just like, and also it runs better. It doesn't crash ever. And it works with everything. And every like recording engineer I show it to, they're just like, shit, this is free. And I'm like, yeah.
FYI, we are not sponsored by Royal Bank. It just happens to be on their site. And we're also looking at cbc.ca's site for the information available to us. But yeah, I mean, this is Yeah, this should be a wake up call for these greedy corporations.
I love how this podcast started from us talking about Star Wars, and now is just us going on rants about how companies don't care about people.
Well, it's theater related. We go to the theaters to enjoy ourselves. And
anything we can do to bring up corporate greed and bitch about it, I'm in.
And like for example, even StubHub. Like I bought tickets to this weekend. I'm in LA, and I wanted to go see a sporting event, and the Super Bowl champs were in town.
Right.
So, and I went, okay. The wife goes, sure, go buy tickets. Let's go. And so I went to buy tickets. I got charged $150 for a fee that I don't even know what for. And I'm just like,
it's a
what?
Convenience fee.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because,
if StubHub had a store, I'd go and buy tickets. But guess what? You're online, StubHub. So I don't know what the fee is for. Right? Convenience what?
They can
That statement, I don't know what the fee is for. You said fee like an expletive. Like you were like, I don't know what the fee is for. I mean, fee is an expletive now.
I mean, when you think about it, because they don't have a storefront, you can't go and complain, right? Now that everything's basically online.
Well,
you can complain, but it'll fall on deaf ears. Right?
Well, if the notion is we got to charge you a fee because we have to pay for our employees, aren't you already doing that?
That's you problem, bitch.
No, they're already doing that because whoever submits their ticket there to sell, they take a cut from it.
Yeah.
So you already established a business model way back when you started saying this is what we need to take a cut from our clients in order for us to sustain ourselves. Right. Now, all of a sudden, you're making more on fees than the cut. So why are you still taking a cut then? Then take the cut out then.
And we thought that Gwyneth Paltrow was weird for bathing in virgin blood when every company's doing the goddamn same thing.
So maybe... I don't know how powerful these companies are and who they're, supplying money for their political campaigns, but
everyone.
This has got to stop. It's getting out of hand. It's crazy.
Well, that's the big thing too. Is they're nonpartisan because they just donate millions of dollars to each campaign, but they skirt the laws in. They're not bribes; they're incentives essentially. And the thing with like every other
donations.
Eastern company or country is like they just do bribes and they call it a tax and it's fine, but it's more upfront and it's more transparent. So it's like, all right, I know you're an asshole and you're not trying to hide it. I'm fine with that.
I prefer that actually.
Exactly. I know why you're doing this, so I can appreciate you more, and also I can do my homework better, as opposed to you in an email saying we did this because we care about you.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah.
Can we all just move to the forest and disconnect from everything and grow chickens?
Chickens, yeah.
I'd be down to herd some goats, man.
Rabbit stew's where it's at, buddy. Rabbit stew.
Yo, get some
wild hare stew.
Yo, get some goat.
Curry
right now.
Woo!
That's what's happening.
Gonna have that when I get back.
When are you leaving?
Tomorrow, lunchtime.
What time is
your
flight?
Lunchtime.
What time are you getting to the airport?
2 hours before.
Okay.
Yeah. Standard time. Makes sense.
I was judging. Yeah. Wait. Is it just you and the wife, or is it the whole family?
No kids. They begged, and I said
that's
no.
why it's only 2 hours. Okay.
Good.
I was judging your dadness, and I was like, bitch ain't going there 4 hours. Kids aren't coming? All right, yeah.
What's up, Darth? My oldest son is begging me to take them. I said, hell no.
What up, Darth?
Darth. No, I'm not. My oldest son is upset because he loves traveling. He's upset that he doesn't get to go to LA. I'm like, listen, you're going to Chicago in December. He's like, I don't care about Chicago. Or has he been there?
No,
how old is he now?
You're taking him to Chicago in December?
Well, we're going to see our nephews live in Chicago, so we're going to go for Christmas there.
I thought that was like, you think winter's bad here? Let me show you.
Let me teach you something, brother.
He's not ready. He's not ready.
Yeah, so I'll be in LA for the weekend. Catch the Kansas City Chiefs football game at SoFi Stadium. It's like a $3 billion stadium. It's insane.
Yeah, that's almost half of what Live Nation is worth.
Yeah, why build schools and universities? Let's just Or why build hospitals? Just build
No.
stadiums, right? We'll
Cool.
heal ourselves there.
Yeah, that's mental healing.
It's crazy, the tickets. I don't even want to go into that, but because my wife might listen to this later on. So we're not discussing that.
No,
But
they were
gonna go to
they
Santa
were
Monica.
promotional.
Sorry, is it Santa Monica?
That is a place that
It
exists.
is the place, but is that where you're going?
I have no idea.
You're
It's
going to
the
the
beach.
pier?
The pier.
Oh, you're going to Muscle Beach. That's where you're going. I know. you
Venice.
are.
Right?
Venice Beach or Santa Monica Pier? They're
Both.
two different...
We're gonna
okay,
both.
Okay.
They're close by. What are they? Half an hour difference, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
So gonna go to that.
You gonna
And
wipe
then,
out on a bird scooter on the walk?
What?
Are you gonna wipe out on a bird scooter on the walk?
What the hell's a
Probably.
bird scooter, man?
The scooters.
Yeah,
the
there you go.
electric
See, Santa
scooters.
Monica City. There you go. I knew that. We're gonna go to Santa Monica.
Yeah.
Then spend the day there, hang out, go to a barbecue joint. There's a
Nice.
couple of really high end barbecue joints. Check out a couple of barbecue joints, and then the Sunday we're gonna watch the football game, and then after the football game, maybe go to downtown area or check out some Hollywood, the Hills area, something like that. And then Monday we're gonna fly back in the evening, so we have the whole day. We'll just probably go chill, get some food, maybe tacos, right? Street tacos.
Yeah.
A couple of
Nice.
places. Carnadas.
Are you going-
Carnadas.
Are you going anywhere near Anaheim?
No, unfortunately, no.
Okay.
Why?
Because I was gonna tell you one of the best restaurants ever to go to.
Ah,
It's this like Hawaiian fusion restaurant called Roy's, and it's some of the best food you've ever had.
yeah. I'm gonna hit up both of these places, and then go to Silver Lake Ramen. Where is that? Yeah.
It's on Sunset.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
Ooh.
Let's get into our next topic, which is the Last of Us trailer.
Yeah.
I've got it up on X here, so I'll just put it up on X. And we'll play it. And these days, I do not care if we get hit with a strike. So here it is.
No, it's HBO. They're not an asshole usually.
Okay. Well, whatever, HBO. You can stop
Usually.
playing. Let's play it. I've never seen this yet.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Ooh.
One.
Prepare to cry. No,
Wait,
just
here we
playing.
go.
No. What?
Oh, you want to start or what?
Where is that? Is that Red Deer? Calgary? Where
Yep.
are they shooting this?
Calgary.
I swear they were shooting it.
They were shooting out here too.
Yeah.
Let's try something.
I think that's what Seattle's gonna be.
What, in like 20 years?
We can't heal something.
No,
next
no,
year.
sorry.
Next year.
Sorry,
Yeah, no shit. Continuity error. She was playing a Taylor guitar in the game. That's clearly a
Say the thing
Yamaha.
you're afraid to say.
For Christmas, I'm buying a guitar for myself.
Say
All
it out
right.
loud.
And
I'm gonna learn how to play
It is,
guitar.
no matter how bad.
Hell yeah. You gonna get an acoustic or electric?
You're coming with me to make that purchase.
You're damn right. Do you want to play acoustic or electric?
Probably acoustic to start off with.
All right. I got a couple of good suggestions then. Probably get you one that can do a bit of both.
So the two of you played this game. I haven't played the part 2 yet.
Yes, I
So-
played it over the pandemic.
I will
Straight.
say I didn't finish it, but I
a
know
long-ass
what
game.
goes on. I do plan to play it before this actually, finish it before this actually drops. Though
Yeah.
I just got mad depressed after a certain scene. And I was like,
Rich
yep.
Carlton says hundreds of Vivers?
Vivas.
This looks insane.
Uh-huh. So, there's so much I don't.
You
I
cannot
can't-
say anything.
I can't say
Zip
shit.
it. Zip it. Zip it.
Nothing. Everything I want to say gives away so much.
So
there's-
I can promise you, everybody out there, that we are going to do a breakdown every Sunday for this. So
Wait, when does it
buckle-
come out?
It comes out next year.
Well, no,
early
but
next
like
year.
what days?
I think it's in March.
No. What?
I know
day
what
is
you're
that?
If I knew the
Come
date,
on,
I'd tell you.
I know
Look,
what
does it say the date? Genius, think for a second.
Well, then say I don't know.
I
Instead
said it
of
comes out in March. Then obviously I don't know what day it is. Jesus. Just because you had a bad day with Canon, don't take it out on me. What day is it?
Hey, man, he just wants the information, man, okay?
You have a computer in front of you, type it out. But this is going to be
what
on,
day does The Last of Us 2
I'll have to say, shut up and
release?
use AI.
Hey, it comes out June, motherfucker.
Oh, there we go. So there.
Wait, no, that was the video game. Never mind. I retract
Oh
my
my
motherfucker. Last of Us season 2.
Beavers.
Oh, beavers. Okay. It's like, what are beavers?
Oh! Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's not talk about it. Don't say anything.
No.
Yeah. You guys
Did
can't
they-
say anything.
Did they release every episode at once, or did they do a weekly thing?
No, they did a weekly thing
Weekly thing.
for the
Yeah.
for the first season, yeah.
HBO doesn't play around. They're like, no,
Yeah.
we're not going to give you all this
No.
stuff.
Which is smart. I kind of like that, to be honest, man. When Netflix came out and it was all about the binge, it was cool at first, but then as I got older, I was like, I can't do the binge anymore. I rather do my stuff week to week, because then I hold on to that information and I can
Right.
connect things.
Yeah.
When you binge the shit out of stuff, it's just, I feel like a lot of stuff just gets lost.
It's
you don't
just
remember.
like a big ass movie.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it was Sundays that it released.
Mm-hmm.
We did that. Me
for
and you
season
did
one.
that,
Yeah,
Justin.
we
did
did.
a review on it. So we'll do that again this time
Yeah.
around. We'll do a night review. Just soon as the show ends, we're going to jump on and do a night review on Sunday.
Yeah.
So it's going to be fun. Everybody's welcome. Sheldon, you are welcome.
Cool.
We'll do
that. Elvin, are you planning on playing the game?
But everyone's telling me it's like 3 times the size of the last game.
It
That-
is huge.
But
It's
you've got
large.
some time. You've
Yeah.
got
Yeah,
6
I think
months.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to start.
Or should we do like I play it and you watch behind me kind of thing?
That'd be fun. That would be fun.
I gotta
Yeah.
ask, did you guys like the first one?
Oh,
The game or the show?
The show.
Yeah, I thought it was good. Yeah.
Do you think it lived up to the hype that people were giving it?
more. I was a diehard fan of the game. I thought it was one of the best games ever made, and somehow it surpassed that.
Oh, interesting.
I like episode 3 alone, just their ability to craft a narrative story or their narrative storytelling was just so, it's so HBO. Like it was just, when you think, oh, okay, they're doing a Last of Us TV show, it's like, all right, you're pretty much just gonna rehash the entire game because it was so cinematic and such a movie game. And then it was just like, oh, HBO's doing it. Oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. And then it was like, yeah. Now you're gonna cry every episode. And it was like, God damn it.
So
What say you, Sheldon?
I don't think
Yes.
I think people overhyped it. It was good.
Wait, did you watch it while it was airing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think people overhyped it. I thought it was good.
Mm-hmm.
I've only got a couple of gripes. Nothing too crazy. Well,
Go
we'll see
on.
if it's crazy or not. One, there was not enough clickers. There was not enough clicker
Valid.
action.
Absolutely.
That was like the whole draw of The Last of Us to me. Like, sure, it was a survival game, whoop-de-doo, but the
Yep.
clickers were a different kind of breed. You know,
Yeah.
that was for me. That was different, and that's what attracted me to the game.
Yeah.
My second thing is I felt that this show was more of an Ellie show when it should have been more of a Joel show. Because the first one was more about, like, the game itself was more about Joel than it was Ellie.
Right.
Ellie was there. Don't get me wrong. She
Mhm.
was there. We saw them progress. But the first game was primarily about Joel. And I
Right.
felt like what they did in this show was made it more about Ellie than they did Joel.
Sure.
And the second game is more about Ellie.
Okay.
Way more about Ellie. And we know
Yeah.
we're going to get that in this second season. So
Right.
so I was a little disappointed when it was more of an Ellie show than it was Joel, because I felt like she had more airtime than he did.
Now I have 2 rebuttals to that. One, I liked that there were less clickers because then it was less of a, hey, isn't this just what's left
A Walking Dead?
Well, yeah,
Because that's what it felt like. It felt like I was watching another Walking Dead show.
Well, it turned itself more to the characters as opposed to just another Walking Dead ripoff. And also, in a video game, you need a lot of conflict because it's a combat video game, survival game. So you need that threat constantly. And also, the first Alien movie had one alien.
Right.
And it was more terrifying having it just always being around but never really seeing it, and just the fear of it possibly happening. And then also, too, it raised the potential danger of just other people. So in the show, you were more afraid of running into other people, which in the game isn't so much of a threat because they pop up and you're like, oh, okay, whatever, blow, you're dead.
Right. See, and that's where I kind of fell off with it. I still enjoyed it, but because they involve more people, like way more people than really what should have been there, it kind of took me back to The Walking Dead, because with Walking Dead in the beginning, it was about the zombies and stuff. But then we get to like the point where they're at the prison, and then the governor gets involved, and they meet like Negan and all those guys later. Like, it felt like they were trying to copy that.
You mean Danny from Grey's Anatomy?
Yeah.
But okay, also to your point of like it was more focused on Ellie, that's valid. But also you were playing Joel. So that's why it would feel like more of this game is about Joel, but really you were just a vehicle to facilitate Ellie's destiny or end game or whatever.
For sure. But I feel like the show should have still portrayed that for the first season, because I can't speak on the second because
we can't.
I can't. Damn it.
Well, you cannot.
So just shut up. Because we know.
No, but it should have just been that, I don't know.
I already have like the amount of times you guys hint. I already know what's going to happen, and I haven't played the game. I already know, but I won't say it until it happens, and I'll be like, I told you so.
Whatever you think is going to happen, I don't think it is. And also,
I'm ready for the ultimate sacrifice, shall we say? I'll leave it at that. People in the internets can be mean.
They can. Yeah.
Yeah. Chomp, 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 chomp. Yeah, so it is coming out next year. We'll do a review on it. I cannot wait. I think HBO has got a banger of a show.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can nitpick, like you're saying, Sheldon, there are certain things you want to nitpick.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, it's
I don't get me wrong. I still enjoyed the show. I still think it was good.
Yeah.
I just feel like it was being overhyped. That's all. That's just my take on it.
Well, also too, at this point, we haven't had really any good adaptations of video game
absolutely.
So like, what's the latest thing that was good?
Sonic.
Fallout.
Yeah.
Fallout. A lot of people were saying when that came out, like, oh, finally we have a good video game adaptation. And it's like The Last of Us was here. And I feel like that's an HBO thing. Because like, even though The Last of Us was kind of a cultural phenomenon, HBO is not Amazon, right? So it didn't really hit the mainstream per se.
I feel like every time HBO does a show, like 80% chance success rate.
They walked so Apple could run.
Yeah.
I still gotta watch this Apple stuff you guys talk about. You guys really
haven't watched it?
I haven't watched
watch Silo. We're gonna be reviewing it wait, when does it come out? It's like this month, isn't it?
I don't want to say it because then you might yell at me again, complaining about it the wrong date.
Yeah, but you know what days it comes out.
He asks questions, but there's a computer right in front of him.
November 15th.
I thought he was your tech guy. I thought he was your tech guy.
Yeah. Better call India.
Hello, my name is Sam.
The very first superhero to have. That's terrible. You're a disgrace to all Indians.
Yeah, that was a shit accent, dog.
I'll embrace it.
You just said it like
I do
a
not be knowing
robotic
English.
white dude. Hello, my name is Sam.
Batman becomes the first superhero to have star
Also,
on Hollywood.
who the shit is
I
in
brought
that
this
suit?
up.
We did talk about this last
Wait,
week.
I brought this up.
I wasn't here. I'll bring it up again. I'm going to go seek this Hollywood Walk of Fame when I go there this weekend.
Good.
And I'll take pictures.
Are you
No,
gonna
but
wear a
seriously,
Batman suit?
Who did they
No, I'm
put
gonna
in the
put
suit?
Wear a Superman shirt.
Oh, terrible. Terrible.
I'll just cover it up.
Terrible.
You're terrible. But Batman being the first, I'm surprised he's the first.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
You'd
Well,
think
I
Captain
mean,
America would have taken president.
I mean, to be
Superman,
fair,
I think for
Batman
sure
has
could have
had
done.
some pretty good iterations in the film scene compared to like Superman or
Yeah.
Captain America. You know, like it kind
Even-
of makes sense. It
Even
kind of makes
Spider-Man,
sense.
right?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean,
Is there a
they've been
New
doing
York
Batman
Hall
for
of Fame
longer.
or Walk of Fame?
Sorry?
Is there a New York Walk of Fame or a Queens Walk of Fame?
No. It would just be Jay-Z and not anymore. Not anymore P. Diddy.
Oh, piss daddy. You
Let
mean.
me go get my baby oil. I'll be right back.
Ah! Sales of Johnson & Johnson have spiked.
Yo, shit, I should have invested.
Yeah. Have spiked. Everyone's using it for their TikTok videos.
Did you see his lawyer blamed Costco for like selling him all that baby oil? And Costco came back and slapped him with the no, he didn't. They were like, no, he didn't. No, it's like that's false.
Costco's
Yeah.
like, we don't want to be tainted with this.
Pissy underage hands away from us. And that
so
is not allegedly.
let's get into our feature of this this week. Our
Oh,
main-
wait. Well, we normally do celebrity birthdays and stuff. We should do future predictions of assassinations of celebrities, like P. Diddy.
What? Whoa,
How
what?
long do you think it's
I'm
going to be
good.
until
I'm
some
good.
higher
I'm
ups assassinate him because he's got names? He's
That'd be a great
hip-hop's-
drinking game.
He's hip hop's Epstein.
That would
at
be
this
a good
point.
drinking game.
Oh yeah, he's definitely hip hop. I mean, R. Kelly and him, right? They're gonna be hanging out now.
Oh
Trip-
yeah,
That's
oh
Ghislaine.
yeah.
Ghislaine and yeah, Epstein. That's the duo.
All right.
Anyway,
Shall we
corporations
get
and
into?
millionaires and billionaires don't care about any, and they're all horrible.
Shall we get into the main topic of this evening?
Yes.
It's in our thumbnail. The title: DC's does what Disney couldn't,
Mhm.
and make a banger of a superhero. Well, not superhero, a hero.
Anti-hero. Villain. No,
Anti-hero.
it's a villain.
Nah, he
he's
a
not
villain,
an
bro.
anti-hero. He's a villain. Yeah,
He-
I don't know.
yeah.
So, let's put this up on the screen here. 1 second. Okay, man. There we go. So, what shall we talk about? We did warn people. So, if anybody's going to be watching this, a replay or live, there is going to be some spoiler stuff here to talk about. You've had
Mhm.
several days to watch this. You should watch it. If you don't have HBO, go to a friend's house or get HBO and watch it. It is worth the price of admission for a lot of people. Now, I gave it a 7 out of 10 on Monday, but I watched it again and I was able to, watch it for some other details that I didn't see the first time around.
Mm.
And my score
So you
has
got
changed.
Multiple watches.
So score has changed for me on this one. I'll give my score at the end here, but both of you have watched it, I assume?
Yeah.
Watch the first episode.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
only one episode. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then yes.
Yeah. So let's talk about it a little bit here. One thing I noticed immediately is obviously this takes literally the next day from the movie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's
Which
literally
was
the next
great.
day.
I thought that
it was
a-
going to be an origin story and it was going to piss me off and I was going to be like, ugh, we get to see how his parents were shit. Okay. But
Yeah, he was dropped off at a zoo. And,
yeah, okay. He was raised by penguins or
Yeah.
something.
So this takes place right away after the flooding of Gotham,
Yeah.
and you can see they show. I thought this was like watching an extension of the movie.
Yeah.
It was so well done
Yeah.
in terms of the. How would you describe it, Justin? What's the word?
The-
Cinematography.
the cinematography did not take a downgrade in
Did not
going to
absolutely.
TV.
Yeah.
We see a lot of companion shows to movies that are okay. This is, and I mean, CW kind of has tainted the water for that, being like, oh, it's the Flash, but it looks like it was, filmed by college graduates working on their final project, and you're like, they did the best they could. But this is just
They did do the best they could.
yeah,
Okay?
but I mean,
leave them alone.
HBO is kind of synonymous for that, of just being like, we're putting out weekly goddamn movies.
Yeah,
and like,
which is great.
You look at like Game of Thrones or Sopranos or any of that, it's like, that's a movie. Like, it looks like a movie.
And Gotham just looks dirty and grungy and dark. Like, it's just perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they did a really good job capturing that, especially with the gang side of things, and how they run. Because that's how I felt like back in the animated series, how things ran.
Yeah.
The Falcons, you know?
Yeah.
The mob, Where's the sanitation? Or there's garbage everywhere. Does the city not have a sanitation? That was
Not
great.
in certain parts.
Yeah, not in certain parts.
Yeah.
Look like Hastings.
Falcons run.
Yeah. I finally get to see a detail of as to why he has the penguin walk.
The club foot.
That was
awesome.
Amazing that they added that in there. And he's actually kind of tall too. I didn't realize that, but he's got some height on him. Knowing that it's a birth defect changed what the penguin is for me. Yeah.
Now, there's a lot of series and shows or movies or whatever that are trying to kind of, there's a fucking modernize.
The drugs are kicking in.
They're everywhere. They're in my skin. That are trying to modernize or more set superhero things or fantastical stories from the 70s and 60s and 50s or whatever in a more modern, realistic, and ground them. And I feel like Disney does this all the goddamn time, where it's like, they actually had this. This is why they're like this. And they try to bring a sense of realism to it that never hits.
Yeah.
And it's always just like, why did you have to explain this? You've taken all the lore and the thing that I cared about. You made him not cool anymore. But this was just like, oh shit, that makes sense. Wow. Okay, cool. And then you just went on to the next thing.
Yep.
The reason why Disney can't do this is because Disney tried it with Echo and they failed miserably. They used Kingpin as just some like scared little boy and ran away.
Yeah. Well, actually, I was going to make a huge comparison to the Daredevil saga and Kingpin and all that, and be like, this is what... I mean, the original, was it Netflix?
That was Netflix.
Netflix, yeah.
The original Netflix Daredevil had the potential to get this good.
It was good.
It was good.
No, the
first season was dope as shit.
Absolutely. But I mean, like, the extended, like, when they went on to do Kingpin and Punisher. Punisher was pretty good with John, what's his name?
Bernthal.
John, yeah. Like, that still was pretty good, but it started going downhill after that, and then they kind of castrated
when the team up happened of the four of them, like Iron Fist.
They tried to do an Avengers thing. It did not.
It
did not mesh well.
Yeah, it did not work. But I'm happy to hear that they are gonna go back to the ways they said. The writers, the director said we're gonna go back to how Daredevil was. But you look at Echo. They had an opportunity to make a really good, gangster, dirty Hell's Kitchen type of show.
Right.
Instead, they had an origin story of Echo, which a lot of people were like, don't really care because it's not a big character. But you could have still made a good show there because she's a tough cookie. Like, you could tell she was built for this. She's not some scrawny little kid.
Right.
But it's just like the way they went about dealing with Kingpin. Like, you've never, like, when you see Kingpin run away and cry and whine, you're like, that's not the Kingpin that we are used to from anything.
Yeah.
And to do that, you just basically ruin the character, right? So with here, Cobblepot's just he's he's a weak man on the outside when you see him, but inside he's very, very clever and knows how to move the chess pieces.
He does what he's got to do.
He's
You know?
the way that he is in spite of his physical deformations.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
And as opposed to what Disney is doing, where they're like, oh, well, they're a bad man or bad person because they were hurt. And I don't know. Like, they're trying to do the same thing. They are, okay, they became a horrible person and a dictator or whatever, or a mob boss because they were hurt when they were younger. And it's like, well, yeah, that's generally how abuse works. Abusers abuse. And then but then they're just like, yeah, but then they try, and what they did with Kingpin was they try and make them understandable. And what this show is not doing is making him understandable. They're like, this guy's a piece of shit, and here's why he's a piece of shit. And you're like, okay.
Yeah, Disney goes into too much detail, which I think is a bad thing when you go into that much detail with it.
Yeah.
Because then
there's a time and a place for it. Yeah.
100%. Yeah, 100%. And they try to give it to you all at once, which is information overload. I don't need that much about him or her or whatever you want to do. Like, just give me the surface level of why they're a piece of shit, and let's go from there.
Yeah, exactly. Let me make my decision, and don't tell me what my decision is.
Yeah.
I also got to give credit to the supporting cast in this show.
Oh my God.
Sophia Falcone. Oh, chef's kiss.
Oh, How I Met Your Mother lady.
Yeah, that's what I was. The mother.
Is it?
Yeah. She is the mother in How I Met Your Mother.
She's great. I like her.
When I heard that casting, I was just like, okay. Like,
she brings the A game.
Oh my God, she's terrifying.
Yeah, the first time you see her, we're like, okay, you seem a little subtle. I mean, sure, you were in Arkham, but you said you were rehabilitated. Okay, let's go. Okay. And
now,
then, sorry. Go ahead. I was going to say, and then she cranks that mother up.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a whole different person right there. That's the crazy coming out. I dig it.
One of the things that I do is I always research. I'm like, is this gonna be, something like, they're gonna woke this thing or not? I always do my research, and she is part of the family tree in the comics. For anybody out there going, oh, they inserted her just to, get that, gender and diversity balance. No. She is a Falcone in the comics, and she is supposed to be, her and her brother are supposed to be the next apparent heir.
What do you mean diversity? They already have an Irish actor in there. They're good.
Yeah. Hey, Colin.
And they have Victor too.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Okay, so that's my negative of this show.
He's a double diversity.
No, nothing to do with that. I'm not feeling this character at all.
Victor? Ooh. No? Oh.
It's not the actor. It's not the actor. It's the character inserted in so quickly and become so trustworthy so fast for me.
I think that shows Penguin's vulnerability a little bit.
Well, here's the thing, though. Sorry, let me just kind of bring it here.
Sure.
This guy is the only link to Penguin getting caught.
Right.
If I'm Penguin, I put a bullet to this kid and move on. Because the thing is, Penguin's dead. The minute this kid runs his mouth, he's dead. He's done. But I did appreciate at the end how this kid's like, you could trust me.
He nutted up.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay. The ending kind of like, okay. I'm going to give you another episode, kid, to prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Right? You deserve another episode because of the ending. Right? But that's the only weakness I have for myself with the cast here. Not the actor. It's just the role that this kid is playing I'm not really 100% on it yet.
Yeah.
I need to warm up to it probably.
Sure.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Salvatore, how about Salvatore?
Dude,
Clancy
Brown.
Oh my God. Okay.
I
didn't know he was gonna be in this. So that
surprise
my mind. I was like, good choice.
I would say in my top 10 of favorite voice actors.
Oh yes. Yes.
He is in goddamn everything.
Yeah.
He is in every Star Wars animated or cartoon thing. He's probably played 50 characters in the Clone Wars. And just Yeah.
Mr. Krabs.
Yeah. at the top.
My favorite part is when he goes to, I think it's Queens, or I think he goes to Queens. He goes, "Ma," he gets to his mom's house.
Man.
We're taking a vacation, ma. I didn't know Penguin had a mom.
Really?
I didn't know. Well,
Oh.
I know he had a mom, like, obviously, but I'm just like in the show. I'm like, oh, they're gonna talk about the mom. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit!
I
forgot he
didn't
was in
mind this
Starship
little bit
Troopers,
of
too.
humanization because, like,
Mhm.
the Penguin himself, like, even like, okay, I didn't watch, I didn't read a whole lot of comics growing up, but watching the DC, the Batman animated show, definitely did. And they had the Penguin listening to classical music.
Yeah.
What villain really listens to classical music?
Joker.
Those
Joker.
oh,
Joker does.
Oh, okay.
Riddler.
Riddler. Okay.
That's kind of it's almost a trope actually.
You know,
But
A
I know
little
what
bit-
you're saying. I know what you're
Yeah.
saying. Yeah.
like it gave him, like, he's got a little bit of sense of that emotion, a little bit of humanity in him, a little bit, because even in the beginning of this episode, when he was talking to the son of Falcone, you know, he was talking about that gangster that people respected and loved rather than being feared, and you can tell that's what he wants to be.
I think
Yeah.
that's foreshadowing to that
Oh, for sure.
he'll never get to that level. Right?
We'll see, because in some of the comics he did. In some of the comics he
Yeah.
ended up, you know.
But I'm looking at how Matt Reeves is gonna craft this story. Right?
Okay. Yeah, that's
Also,
fair.
Wasn't Penguin in one of the Tim Burton ones? Wasn't he like abandoned by his parents and
Yes.
just didn't?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what I was saying. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that's that.
And he eats fish.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he kind of
Right?
like
I was like,
became a freak.
I hope I don't see that in here because this is supposed to be really grounded, right?
I hope not either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well,
I mean,
he just goes to sushi shops. What's the
Yeah,
problem?
I mean, if he doesn't
like
go to a
sushi.
fancy restaurant, that's fine. But well, Danny DeVito was eating raw fish,
Mhm.
right? And that's not sushi. He was just
He
eating
also
like
had
random.
like a bodysuit. Well, I guess Colin Farrell's technically in a bodysuit. But like,
Oh yeah, and you cannot tell that's Colin Farrell at all. It's just phenomenal acting.
the interview with him. What was the guy from Westworld? Who's in this?
quite a few
Jeffrey
people in
Wright.
Oh,
No, he's not in this one.
No. But I'm saying in
In the Batman movie, yeah, he's a commissioner. Yeah.
Yeah. In the Batman movie, the
Yeah.
first day that Colin was on set in full getup, Jeffrey Wright walked by him and he was like, "Hey, how's it going, man?" And Jeffrey Wright went to like a PA and he was like, "Yo, who the fuck is this talking to me?" And then they're like, "That's Colin Farrell." And he's like, "Hey, how's it going, buddy? I didn't know." He thought you were some weirdo, like some teamster who was just coming up and talking to me.
That's awesome. Do you have any specific moments in the show that you thought was really good?
I mean, the razor wire bit.
oh my God! Yeah, that was brutal, bro. I was like, I would never have even thought of that.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy when he was just like, "Ugh!" I was like, "Oh, my armpit already hurts looking at this." Like, good lord.
That was some shit.
Oh,
That's some
That-
mobster stuff right there.
Yeah.
good lord.
That-
Yeah.
I think that was probably my moment in the episode.
Yeah.
And this is episode 1 too.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like 45 minutes too, so it's a good amount. It wasn't short, and I appreciate that because 30-minute
That's-
episodes don't do shit.
no, that's bullshit. That's
Yeah.
sitcom. If
Yeah.
you're doing it, you know what? I'm saying it now. If you're doing a 30-minute episode, you are a sitcom. Period.
Yeah.
Mm.
And if you're not funny, then fuck you.
Yep.
Sitcoms are 30 minutes, all right?
There will be no Batman in this show. They've already
That's
said
totally
fine with
okay. Totally
with that.
okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm
I
sure
don't
they'll
want
mention
them
him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm sure
want
they'll
them to
mention him.
lean on that.
Yeah. I don't think they need to. Like,
Yeah.
if the first episode is the indicator of as to how the rest of the seasons go, they won't need to at all, man.
No.
No.
What
He's
I
got too
really
much shit to deal with.
what I really like about this character, and I hope they do this, is I want him to every time he takes 2 steps forward, I want him to have a setback
Sure.
Mm.
because I want that rage,
Yeah.
right? I want that rage where and I want him to just basically start getting unraveled. And then I
Right.
want this kid to walk away from it too and say, "You're not who you are."
Yeah.
And I want that separation at the end of the season, probably.
Interesting. I mean,
Or it'd be crazy if this guy
mm.
does put a bullet to him, though. I see it happening. I see him putting a bullet to him.
Mhm.
I kind of hope not, because I kind of like Victor's character a little bit. Honestly,
You just
it-
like kids. Stop it.
no. Like it gives
You might want to
Penguin
rephrase
something
that
to care about.
accusation.
That's
I don't
not
like
just his
kids.
mom, you know. He's actually trusting somebody for once, which I don't think he's ever done.
No, but that's gonna be his fall.
I think he's playing the kid.
And then he's gonna have to put a bullet in him.
Yeah.
And that's when the unraveling happens.
He seems like a person.
That's when the razor wire tightens.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
I just think that he's such I think Cobblepot is such a piece of shit that he doesn't care. Like he doesn't care about anybody.
If he didn't, though, he wouldn't have let him live from the get-go.
No, but he needed him to do his bidding.
For that point in time.
Because
but when he
him
was
being
done,
on that chair and getting razor wired, and then the vehicle comes, they basically think it's not him, it's somebody else did it.
Yeah.
true, you're not
So
wrong.
he was a
but
scapegoat.
when they dumped
Yeah.
Alberto's body, he was ready to end him right then and there. I don't think he thought that far ahead.
Oh,
but then he didn't.
on the
He
contrary, I
didn't
think
rat.
so.
So then he's
Yeah.
now like, all right, you didn't rat. All right, you can stick around. And then the second that he fucks up, just
Here's what I think. I think he didn't kill him because he realized there's more to be done with this kid. I need to use this kid for more. He's
Yeah.
too innocent. He's too nice. He's too naive.
Right.
So I'm
be
going to
able
use
to
this
mold
kid,
him.
get the things I need done, and then when I'm done with this kid, I'm just going to put a bullet to his head and put him in the Hudson River. I don't care, right?
Hudson, you mean
Or the Gotham River.
the Gotham River? Yeah.
Yeah, Gotham.
This totally isn't New York.
No, not at all. So I think that's what's gonna happen. He's just like, "Hey, kid, I'm sorry, but," or he's gonna say, "Look, kid, look at that sunset, right?" And then
Isn't that nice?
boom, that's it. That's what's gonna happen. That's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Because then it's not Penguin. Then if this kid
Yeah.
survives, it's not Penguin. Penguin's ruthless. There's the rogues gallery of Batman enemies are all psycho, crazy nut
Every
jobs.
time that I hear Rogues Gallery, I cannot not think of Peacemaker. Of that old man, his neighbor being like, aren't you like Batman? Batman has a rogues gallery of villains. And he's like, no, because Batman's a pussy and he won't fucking kill him. And he's a bitch.
Who lets him come back out of the
Who
jail?
lets all these criminals come back so that they can just murder him? No, I fucking fucked him under.
I mean, he kind of has a point. I get where he's
Yeah, he
coming.
does.
No,
of
he
course.
does.
Yeah,
Absolutely. But I just
totally
love
get
that
it.
scene.
That's my one thing about Batman that I can't stand. It's like, put an end to these people, man. How many
Yeah.
people? How many times you've let them out and have killed so many innocent people? Like, there's a reason why you need to put them away
Yeah.
forever.
Basically, the Punisher at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we're not getting a Batman 2, right?
No, we are.
No, yeah,
Oh, we
it's
are.
already it's
Yeah.
already set in motion.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. So
Yeah.
there is a Batman 2. And do we know when is that coming out? Do we know much about it?
I don't think they've released too much about it. Just that it's in
It's
motion
in the
now.
works.
It won't be next year. It'll be the year.
No,
after.
no.
Yeah.
So then is it kind of safe to say that they're going to the fact that this took place like the day after the movie really makes me think like, okay, they're taking into consideration this show then. Like this is absolutely they couldn't make a Penguin movie after this because that probably doesn't have the same.
No,
Or did they already shoot this and they were like, "Can we make this a movie or start shooting it as a movie?" And then they were like, no studios would pick it up, but then HBO was like, "All right, you can do it as a TV show. We'll give you the same budget." And they were like, "All right."
Based on what I remember when they first introduced Matt Reeves, DC Studios, he had laid out a plan that there was going to be a Batman movie, and then immediately after, they're going to work on a Penguin TV show. It was already put in motion.
Okay, cool. Okay,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah. So after movie 2 of Batman, they're gonna pick another villain to do a show as well.
Cool. I
Yeah.
dig
So,
that.
yeah. So I don't know who that is. If this show is doing that well,
2026 is when Batman Part 2 is
Yeah.
slated to come out.
Yeah. But I have a feeling if this show does really well and money comes in, what do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna make
another.
Yeah, they're gonna do another season.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Which-
just looking at like
The one thing I don't like is this is called Elsewhere World. It's not
a part of
connected.
James Gunn's main universe.
Yeah, now
I
that
don't give a
pisses
shit.
me off.
Yeah.
It kind of it pisses me off. Here's why, because I love the atmosphere. I love the landscape of it all. Right? I get it's very grounded. I get that, but it's so well done. And now I'm gonna have to go and invest in another Batman.
Okay, but this is what we all wish Disney would do. When Disney killed
Not me.
No. Yes, you. When Disney killed all of the backstory and all the books and legends of Star Wars, and they were like, nothing is canon except for these movies and these TV shows, and we're starting from scratch. What they're doing now is they're being like, we can have branching storylines of two different universes, and they don't exist.
They don't need to be connected.
They don't need to be connected. Who gives a shit? We're
That's
just
fair.
doing cool stories with this character, and in this thing, they're gonna be different. Deal with it.
Which makes me wonder why they didn't continue with Henry being an Elseworld Superman then.
It's because he will cost a lot of money to do as Elsewhere Superman.
Yeah,
Plus,
because
he'll overshadow.
Warhammer's paying him $1
Yeah,
billion
because he's-
right now.
Well, it's not even that. He's going to overshadow David Cornsweet as
Yeah.
Superman, which is the
Yeah.
reason why I don't like two Batmans as well.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, because
Have they even cast their Batman yet
No,
for The Brave and the Bold?
no. They just
No.
cast a Green Lantern, Hal Jordan,
Gotcha.
who's apparently like in his 50s. So
Yeah, they wanted to do an old man Hal Jordan is what they wanted.
yeah,
to
because
do.
they want to bring Jon Stewart in and Guy Gardner.
Guy
The
Gardner.
Daily
Yeah.
Show.
But Guy Gardner's already old. Like Nathan
Yeah, I know.
Fillion is the one playing him, and he's
Laugh
pretty
at my
damn old
joke
already.
from The Daily Show. Jon Stewart.
Oh my god, I hate you.
He's done
Goodbye,
great
folks.
things for New York.
Good night, New York.
Oh god, goodness.
But there can only be one Superman. Like, there's only one archetype.
Well,
of
there's going to be two
Superman.
Batmans, so
Yeah, but there can be.
Why can't there be
different
two
types of
Supermans?
Batmans. Because it's just a white dude with a curly Q who's a good boy. Like, that's it. Like, there's no, and like, Elvin, please correct me, because I'm probably just coming at this from a ignorant standpoint.
Superman isn't
What?
ideal.
Yeah, but like, if you look at Smallville versus Reeves versus like
That's why Henry's Superman was
Henry,
loved.
like, yeah, but
the problem with Henry Superman was you had and I mean this with all due respect to him,
yeah,
you had an inept director and Snyder.
100%.
absolutely, but
That was the
I mean,
problem.
I mean, character wise, you just need a guy who's between 25 and 35, white with black hair, who can do a curly Q and is lovable and is just and is righteous. But like, there's not much dynamic in like different stories. Like, you, and again, I'm coming at this ignorantly. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But like with Batman, we've seen a lot of different types of Batman, and there are some better than the other. And sure, they are just a brooding, nepotist rich kid who wants to fight crime and is dark and brooding and is mad because his dad's dead. But like the Matt Reeves Batman, the Nolan Batman, they are arguably the same type of thing, but they're vastly different.
They're both grounded.
Yeah,
You're not going to see Superman flying by, an alien flying by.
yeah,
Right? So the thing is, Batman is HBO's boy.
sure.
Yes.
It's their bread maker. No matter what anybody wants. I'm a Superman fan, but you got to say and you got to understand that Batman makes them lots of money.
Wait, were they? The
Well,
ones who
HBO
did
likes those
Gotham?
dark heroes, right? Like
It's not HBO. It's Warner Brothers.
Well, no, I know, but like in that with the whole Penguin show and everything, they like those dark kind of heroes coming their way. Like they did Spawn, for
HBO
example.
wants
Yeah.
grounded stories that can pull you emotionally. Last of Us, this one. I don't
What's
know.
the
You just
Jason
go,
Bateman?
Sopranos.
Oh wait, no, it's Netflix.
You could go down the list of all the HBO, Game of Thrones. They're all emotionally heavy, invested shows.
Yeah, Game of
They
Thrones.
want to pull
grounded.
you in, anger, sadness, all. They want to pull you in hard. So they do a good job with that.
Yeah.
For me, I just think like maybe we're getting to a point where fatigue's setting into.
Oh shit! Hold on. Conversation we had last episode or the episode before about the Emmys and whatnot. Hacks, the one that won a shitload of awards, also HBO.
So I don't know. I just think that it's money making thing. Like the reason
Yeah.
why they're not pulling the plug on Matt Reeves or pulling the plug on Penguin or any future Reeves project is because it's gonna make them a shitload of money.
Sure.
Well, it's 'cause he's making movies and shows that people want to watch. It's about the character. It's about the story. You know, it's not an
That's-
agenda being pushed in your face.
But
And
it's
it's-
execution too. Because if it didn't execute well, we'd be like, "This I didn't want a Penguin show." Right?
No,
I didn't think I wanted a Penguin show till I watched his first
Well,
episode.
Well, that's
man.
the
I was-
execution I'm talking about, right? Like
Yeah.
it's the execution of getting it all right. Right? It's not easy.
and that's my biggest complaint. Normally, is like it's all just like, all right, how can we get people to watch this? And HBO, and as much as I hate to say the sentence, Apple, as far as their video production stuff, like they are giving money to people who want to make art.
Yeah.
And when
There's
you
no agendas
see
behind it at
the
all.
passion behind it, and
Yeah.
they're an artist trying to make a story, a compelling story that they believe in, it works. And
Yeah.
like even the Idris Elba a hostage or what was it
Hijack.
called? Hijack. Like that's a Jack Bauer ass episode of 24, like bread and butter. Like it's not a phenomenal like if you go down to the brass tacks, it's not a great idea, but it was executed properly because somebody was behind it who had passion and who believed in it, and they just wanted to make art. And HBO is one of the biggest proponents of giving money to artists,
And that's-
even if it's millions of dollars. And I hate rich people, so whatever. But
I mean, you look at the difference from this show. It has a lower budget than Acolytes. Okay.
wait, what's the budget on this show actually?
So when you look at this show and then you look at Acolytes, you're like, what the hell happened to the budget here? Like, what's going on? Right? Even
Yeah.
just one episode in, I know it's easy to do a cityscape or streets, or everything's there for you. But so is a forest, right? And they couldn't even do a proper forest. There's like a couple of trees and some ferns.
Sorry, I thought you were making a joke of go touch grass.
No.
Just like a forest is outside. That didn't cost much. Go enjoy it. You won't.
Like, it's also just how you film anything. And for
Yeah.
$180 million, you should be able to get any set done. Any set.
Yeah.
You know, you look at Dune, 200 million. You're only 20 million off it.
Yeah. Wait.
And they were able to make a phenomenal movie.
Oh god, that blew my goddamn mind.
So I just look at it and I'm like, how the hell does this show do so well with the lower budget and a show like Acolytes, or even let's even go further, Echo.
We don't know the budget of this show so far.
Yeah. I can't find anything on it
It's
either.
a lot. It's less than 180 million. I guarantee you that. But
I can see that being a thing. It doesn't seem like.
What was the last thing HBO put out?
But you look at even the shows like Hawkeye, some of the other Marvel stuff they put out. They're
Oh, Disney's
pale in
hemorrhaging
comparison.
money.
They pale in comparison to the production quality here.
Okay,
And we're
I
just
have
only one. We're just one episode in only.
I have a conspiracy theory here.
Uh-oh.
I just came up with it in my brain right now. What if Disney, after putting out the 3 Star Wars movies and paying umpteen billions of dollars to buy Star Wars, they put out the 3 Star Wars movies that didn't do great. I think the first one did well. Then they realized Okay, shit. To where we need to recoup some of this budget back, some of this money. Okay, we'll do sure. Mandalorian, you're doing new technological stuff. That's cool. We're gonna do that. Oh, that did well. Okay, cool. Then they started doing things, and now they're just trying to. No, they're not, because they're still putting them out. I was gonna try and make a connection of like, oh, they're just trying to claim things as losses, but you have to scrap things, and that was like a Batgirl thing where they just scrapped it entirely, and then they can claim that as a loss on their taxes, then try and make some of their deficit back.
Right.
But no, they put them out, so no, never mind. I just squandered my own conspiracy theory. They should do that. They should just stop. They should have filmed The Acolyte and then just not released it. That's $220 million they could have gotten back on their taxes. Disney, again, you should hire me. I'm a taxing consultant, and I would have made you $220 million last year.
I was just looking at viewership count, and over the 5 days that the Penguin's been out, it's got 6.3 million viewers. And compared to the Acolyte, which had 11.1 over the first 5 days, this show's infinitely better.
Yeah,
but here's the other thing though.
Yeah,
HBO Max, you have to buy it. A lot of families buy Disney Plus.
Right.
Because of children.
Yeah. Right. So more people probably have Disney Plus subscription than HBO Max.
HBO.
But,
Yeah.
but here's the other thing.
HBO's
Though.
always been a premium subscription.
But here's the thing though. One is Star Wars,
yeah,
and one is just a villain from a Batman show.
One is Star Wars, and one is The Sopranos 2024.
But to get that many viewerships, with being the weight it for each show is,
look up the first episode of Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
Viewership.
Right.
Because that was a niche nerd.
but word's gonna get out now. Word's gonna get out, and it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That this show is a must-watch show on Sundays, or whenever day it comes out now.
After football.
Yeah, it's a must-watch show, and it's a streaming app, so you can watch it anywhere now.
Right.
Right.
Game of Thrones season 1, episode 1 had 9.3 million viewers.
Yeah.
So,
but it's also retention too, right?
Well, yeah. But
so one of the things Acolytes had going for them is people wanted to watch it. People were into it. People wanted to go see it. When they saw it, they're like, okay, we're going to give it one more week. And they saw it again. And then
also too, it was what, 3 episodes or 2 episodes?
Two episodes.
So that's over 2 episodes. What was Penguin's episode 1 viewership?
About 6.3 after 5 days.
Okay. So yeah, 9.3. When did that come out? 2020? No, 29. When did the first episode? That was like 2017, wasn't it?
What are you talking about?
Game of Thrones.
The original Game of Thrones or this new House of? Yeah, it's
no.
8
I'm
years
talking.
ago.
So I'm talking
8-9 years old. Yeah,
not House of Dragons. I'm saying episode 1 of Game of Thrones.
9 years, probably nine. I want to say 9 or 10 years. Old.
2011.
Yeah, there you go.
Is when it came out. That was 9.3 million viewers, but also that was also that was before.
And we didn't have HBO Max in 2011.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
That was on TV.
You had to buy a subscription just to watch it.
Had to buy it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's not far off.
Yeah. But I'm just thinking, like people say, well, Acolytes had more viewership. Yes, you should if you're a Star Wars
split that in
brand.
half, though.
Also, if you're putting like $200 million into a damn show, like,
well, yeah, exactly, right?
Should be hitting viewership.
Those motherfuckers are still advertising on YouTube and Google and all.
Well, people still on
ads.
People are on the internet still trying to advocate to come back. They're like, sign this petition and bring it back. They ain't bringing it back. I'm sorry.
No,
they ain't bringing it back. They might bring a character or two from that to another show, but they ain't bringing it back.
Who would you like to see from the Acolyte show up in Star Wars?
Wish.com, Ezra Miller.
Damn right.
Yeah. He deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
Manny Jacinto. Yeah.
Well, we know his name.
Yeah. But I continue to call him Wish.com, Ezra Miller. I want him to take over as Flash. I want him to take over. Take over.
Hey,
Put-
kick
you're
Ezra
always,
to
getting,
the curb.
you're always getting mad about race swapping and stuff.
I mean, we don't even know Ezra's race.
I mean,
You know, that's a fair
you know what?
point.
Valid. Yeah,
Yeah.
he is racially ambiguous.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just swap him out, likeness for likeness. But I think this guy's even more talented than him.
Give
I'm
him
gonna
blonde
call,
hair
I'm
and
gonna
blue
call
eyes.
Ezra Wish.com Manny. What's her name? Manny
Jacinto.
Jacinto. Yeah, I'm gonna switch it around now.
Yeah,
Ezra's
you know
the
what?
Wish.com.
He is. He's earned that crown. No. The other way around. He has lost his crown over being just an absolute waste of human.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. Did you have a favorite part in the Penguin, Alvin?
The feet.
The feet.
I'm not a fetish with feet.
he
I just-
had to choose his words carefully.
I am.
The
Okay, wait.
sadness of it all is what got me. He's like, oh, okay, this guy's really limping and really having a lot of pain. Can you imagine walking in
yeah,
that
that would
pain?
suck, man.
And his shoes are crunching your toes.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he did that well. I'll tell you that much.
There have been 3 jokes that we've had that I was like, oh, I wish I had this sound on cue. That I'm now down. Okay, anyway, continue your conversation. I'm just about to make
Oh,
a
sure.
joke of the century here.
Yeah, for me, it was when Sophia went crazy, and she was like, "Am I crazy?" I'm like, "Yeah, you are. Like, you're 100%,
That's
crazy. Dude.
self-awareness.
You did not graduate Arkham like I thought you did. They did not help you
No.
because she was amazing.
Hello, D.
What up, Deep?
They could
Does
have
she
picked a better
survive?
actor.
Does she survive at the end of the season?
Oh.
I'm gonna say yes. I feel like she's gonna be a thorn in his side for quite a while.
Now, here's the thing. Here's a question. If this season does gangbusters and they greenlight a Penguin season 2 or whatever, if the next Batman movie doesn't pick up exactly where this left off, or would you want a mini series, let's call it, let's say 3 episodes or 2 episode, like 1 hour specials kind of thing of her backstory?
No,
No,
I don't need her backstory.
I'm
No?
good. I think she's good where she's at right now.
Yeah.
Like
I
like
agree.
right now in this
We
first
still have a long
episode-
ways to go here. so-
Yeah,
We do,
like
we do.
in this first episode, he has calmed her suspicions of him.
Mm-hmm.
We've
Yeah.
seen this, so I think through this season, she won't really be a thing against him. It'll be like they're working together a little bit. I think if we get a second season, it's gonna happen.
Here's my thing.
Yeah.
I like this whole hierarchy of criminal lords. Like, obviously, her and her family are the top of the echelon of
They're the top dogs
Criminal-
right now. Yep.
yeah in
Yeah.
Gotham, right? This guy's a working man's criminal.
Mm-hmm.
He's a blue collar criminal. He's not a white collar criminal. He doesn't have the fancy yachts and cars and mansions. This guy works in, the core of the city, the dirty areas. He's got a home in Queens with his ma, right?
Yeah.
So who makes?
I mean, he
spaghetti,
even
you
said
know?
it. He even said it. Like the streets
not
is where the money
Queens.
is.
Yeah,
It was in Gotham, so what is it? Princesses?
I don't know, but it's I'm excited to see what he does and what moves he makes on the chess board to get away from doing certain things. Like, remember one thing, they're like, "Hey, shut down the
Production.
production." He's like, "Boss."
That's what they should have said to Disney when they were making Acolytes.
Yeah. I just think that it's so much to unpack here. I think that she's going to get a bullet to her head too, as well.
You think so, eh? Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
At the end.
Mm.
You know
Of season
what?
1.
There's, I think it's one and done season here.
I also hope that it's that. And they just go, here's this.
But
'cause
the money says otherwise, right?
Yeah. Or
The Joker movie, nobody wanted a part 2, and then here we are, right?
I'm still
Because-
excited to see that.
I understand why,
Yeah.
it's productive because it made $1 bajillion,
Yeah.
right?
I'm,
But if it made only like basic money, I don't think you would have got it too.
No.
no.
Yeah.
But okay, here's a so Batman 2, they're gonna do Riddler.
No,
No,
they're
Riddler
not
was in the
know.
first one.
yeah, they're
Oh, that's
thinking
right,
of
right.
Court of Owls. is what I
So-
heard.
Ooh, are they gonna do the Court of Owls?
I heard about that's the latest I heard.
So are they
really
just
love
going to
that.
continue this kind of pattern where, yeah, Penguin technically was in the first Batman movie, but he was a side character and he wasn't the actual villain. So then are they going to have another kind of subsidiary villain in the second Batman movie? And then they're like, all right, here's the next Batman TV show where we go through their story after this second movie. And then we do the third movie. And I love
I don't think
that.
so. Here's why I don't think so, because James
right.
Gunn doesn't want it. James Gunn wants
Yeah, but
it,
James
'cause they-
Gunn can eat my ass.
well,
I
James
agree.
Gunn is fully in charge of DC going forward. He has the keys to the castle.
Yeah, but
So
this is HBO, and they're going to be like, yeah, well, it
No,
made a bajillion dollars.
let me finish. Well, what I'm saying is, Matt Reeves has signed a 3-movie deal with an
Mhm.
extension to do shows. Once his 3 movies are done, Matt Reeves is out of there.
Yeah, but he's got
That's
3
what-
movies.
Yeah. So the
And
max
3
he's going to
shows?
do. Sorry.
3 movies and 3 shows?
No. The shows, they haven't said anything about how many shows he's going to do.
Oh, okay.
They already gave only 1 show so far with 3 movies.
Hmm.
I don't know if James Gunn wants to do anything more because he wants people to focus on his Batman when that's up and running in 2026 or 27.
But won't that just bring brand recognition? And won't
I don't
that
think
It,
just-
it
James
might
Gunn
confuse
cares.
audiences,
Yeah.
right?
I'd be
average
surprised
audience.
if James Gunn lets him do the Court of Owls, because that was a phenomenal storyline in the comics. I thought that was dope as
I
hell.
know nothing about the Court of Owls, actually. I'm really...
Brother.
Definitely watch the animation.
Which one?
Just type in Court of Owls Batman, you'll see the
Yeah.
animation.
I can see
good.
them maybe doing
but
Hush.
What was it? Oh, yeah.
I can maybe see them doing Hush for the second movie and
No,
kind
I
of
think James
sprinkle
Gunn
the
would
Court of
wanna-
Owls into that, and make that the third movie where he does have to fight the Court of Owls. I could see that being a thing. But yeah, I don't know. It being in the second movie right away would be kind of great. You need to set up the Court of Owls for that stuff.
Great point here. I forgot. Was it confirmed that Catwoman was Falcone, illegitimate daughter, and will she show up? Do you think?
Oh.
No, I don't think so. I don't. Think
I mean,
so.
they could, but I
would love
they
it
probably
because
won't.
ain't nothing wrong with Kravitz. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Meow. I don't know. Let me light this candle that Gwyneth gave me.
That was
Oh,
that
God.
was the soundboard.
How's
that
that,
was the
smell? Like fish
soundboard
now?
sound.
It smells wonderful.
Good lord.
It's intoxicating. I'm about to fume out and puke.
Do it again.
But no. Anything else of the show? And we should give our score now.
This might okay. I've got one last thing, and this might be a little too presumptuous. You may not agree with me. I don't know, but
All right.
what I feel like Colin Farrell's Penguin is what Heath Ledger's Joker is right now. What he's doing? He's doing it justice. Like we had Jack Nicholson as the
Okay.
Joker.
I got. Sorry to cut
Right?
you off. I hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, and Danny DeVito was the Penguin. They did amazing jobs with that. And then we got Heath Ledger's Joker, which was like this new era's generation of Joker.
Yeah.
I feel Colin Farrell is this generation's
Okay.
the
So
Penguin.
So we're going
Hold-
back into the Deadpool, is what you're saying.
Hold on.
The drinking game of
No. So you bring up a good point there, and I'm with you almost. The difference between the two versions of each character, Joker and Penguin, and the Joker and Penguin that we saw recently is
Mhm.
the first two were very comic-y, corny.
Oh, for sure.
yeah.
Like and they did
For
their
sure.
part. They
Yeah.
were on point with that. These are grounded ones, and they did their part. The two
100%.
versions are great in their own way. But hats off for Colin, who I never thought anyone could beat Danny DeVito's Penguin in terms of
Yeah.
corniness or even just lovable, right? Cobblepot character, like close to what
Even
I
the name
watched.
Cobblepot.
Yeah.
You want kind of a campy.
What he's doing with this character you're exactly right. He's on the level with Heath Ledger in terms
Mhm.
of a grounded, believable character that could exist in real world.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he's nailing it. Like
Oh,
it is
100%.
just nail, and it's crazy. We've only seen him in 2 shows, a movie and a TV episode 1. It's
I mean-
crazy.
I mean,
It's crazy.
But that
how
being
good he
said, you've seen him in a movie and an HBO episode of a show, which is arguably a movie.
It's a testament to how good of an actor he is.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And how he's put on this prosthetic and changed the whole look, but still, like, even his accent, he had to work on his New York accent. Everything about it is just phenomenal. You know, remember, he has to sit in a chair for like 8 hours to get his
Yeah.
prosthetics done.
Right.
That's not fun.
No, I think he said he hated it.
Yeah,
and he's
exactly.
hoping there isn't going to be a season 2.
No, he said the first time was 8 hours, and now they've gotten it down, so it's now only 4 or 5 hours. So-
Still, like, think about it, right? Like, but still,
well, that's
he's
a job for his agent for the
Yeah.
next thing that he has to do to be like, all right, put another 0 on it, motherfucker.
yeah. I just think that you're absolutely right about this new versions of these characters. Like, I thought the Riddler was weak, in my opinion, but then again, Jim Carrey did no justice either to it.
Well, yeah, but
Jim Carrey's was fun and like campy though,
Yeah, but
I
the Riddler-
kind of dug it.
yeah,
I kind of want the happy medium between the two variations.
Mm.
I want a little campy, but I want a little psychotic.
yeah, but what's it? Paul Dano, like,
He wasn't
honest-
horrible. He wasn't bad.
no, like, whenever Paul Dano is cast in something, I pay attention to it. And when he was cast as the Riddler,
Hey, Kiwi.
because hey Kiwi, what's his name? Who played Batman?
Robert Pattinson.
Rotten
I'm
Pattinson.
bad.
Like, I've seen a lot of his dramatic roles post Twilight, and I was like, all right, you know what? He should.
He's
be
a good
taken
actor.
he should
got
be taken
range.
seriously as a good actor.
He's got range.
And when he was cast as Batman, I was like, I'm excited to see what he does because I
Yep.
know he has the range.
Yep.
The second Paul Dano was cast, I was like, this is gonna be the best fucking movie ever. Like,
I'm
it's-
not sold on Patterson yet.
well,
Really?
that's
eh?
the thing. But like,
For me, sorry, what I was gonna say was, for me, I need this guy to put on some more muscle.
Well, no,
Sure,
I don't
but
need
there's gonna
him
be a
to
second
be
movie.
Nirvana
Hold
in
on.
this.
To
he's
be
this
still,
fair-
movie.
but he's still
Don't be
definitive
Nirvana.
Batman.
Like, this guy
To be
reminds me of
fair,
Nirvana.
Christian
right?
Bale lost weight after the first movie. He was not as big as he was when he did The Dark Knight or The Dark Knight Returns.
Sure.
He did some down because of that one movie role where he became like super
Yeah,
thin.
yeah,
What was it? The Machinist?
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
mechanist or machinist.
Yeah.
Whatever,
So like
Yeah.
he was cut. Don't get me wrong. Like he had a vicious V going on. But like he slimmed down. I was like, oh,
But the
and he's
suit
fighting
doesn't show
Bane.
it.
He's
The suit-
fighting
no.
Bane. I'm like, okay.
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, when Paul Dano was cast, I was just like, okay, this is going to be
So true. So
Yeah.
true.
but like
No, but he's even skinnier.
yeah. But like, I just mean character wise and story wise. Like, when Paul Dano was cast, I was like, all right, this is something that is going to be deep and hard hitting. And it absolutely delivered on that. Sure, it was a bit long and there were some shots that should have been cut, like the Catwoman motorcycle exit scene that took 4.5 goddamn minutes for her to ride up a country road on a motorcycle. But the character development was phenomenal. Paul Dano as the Riddler was a absolute breath of fresh air for all of the Riddlers that have ever been played in the past, which were campy, sarcastic, and Jim Carrey-esque things. And we've never seen a cold, conniving Riddler before. We've seen a wacky, crazy guy who does VR shit and goes, bah! That is essentially just a Joker without the face makeup. And to see this form of it was like absolutely what we needed. And it accidentally completely went hand in hand with the Joker movie of that. No, this is just normal ass human psychosis seen crime lords. And it was and to have them be like, no, these two movies, the Joaquin Phoenix and this Batman they're not the same. It's like, motherfucker, you could have put them together and been like, yeah, we're gonna see an old Joker now show up in the Matt Reeves Batman, and you get
No,
like,
we have the Joker, the young Joker.
yeah, I know, but I'm saying like where they were sitting in reality in our society, you could have just said they were the same, and then in the Batman 2 had old Joaquin Phoenix playing old Joker.
Ooh, I see what you're
like,
saying. I understand what you're saying.
The problem
That's what I
is
mean, like,
the problem is you have two directors with egos.
absolutely, no, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm the first proponent of saying that anyone in
Yeah.
Hollywood has an ego the size of the Empire State Building. So it's
Yeah.
never going to happen. But I'm saying like not canonically, sorry. I'm saying theme and feel wise,
Yeah.
these two things happened a few years after each other, and they were so grounded in the same cement that you could have just been like, yeah, it's the same.
Well, it
universe.
blew the doors off in terms of a different direction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then Disney was like, check it out, we got gay witches.
Yeah. We have Echo. So come watch our stuff.
You mean Echo?
Echo?
AK.
Echo.
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 Y'all
Yeah.
starting to sound like Echo. Cut it out.
Echo.
Echo.
No, Echo.
What's the score for episode 1, guys?
It's tough because HBO is such a high standard.
Yeah.
It was good, but I expected it to be. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say like and again, this isn't because I'm basing it off of any of our other scores or anything else. I'm gonna say it was a solid 8.
I agree with that. 8.5. Like,
Yeah.
it was
8.5, okay.
yeah, it was good. It was
So
a
on
solid
Monday-
show.
On Monday, he asked me, and I said I gave it a 7 out of 10. But I watched it again, and I was able to sit down and concentrate more and pick up some of the smaller, finer tuned things here and there. The characters, what's the name?
Victor.
Yeah, he
Sophia?
still didn't elevate to the where I want this character to be at. It wasn't really an important character to me right now, but I'm gonna have to change that score to 7.5.
Yeah, I originally was gonna say 7.5, but then I was like, that might be a little low. Like, it's really good.
But I mean, hey, we're only one episode in, and it's already got a score from this one episode. It has more points than I gave 2 episodes of Acolytes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
And almost 3.
Yeah.
Almost 3.
Like, the
That-
first episode just drew you right in, man.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
kind of
Ooh,
where I'm
right.
basing it, is like I'm expecting it to blow my mind. And again, I'm basing it off of HBO stuff. And
No.
on HBO 8 is like that's a 5. Like, it's just like, yeah, it is the standard that HBO is doing.
Now
You
I
sure
know we're
it's
gonna be
Shazam?
coming to an end soon, but what does that say for shows now where they're putting out 2 episodes to draw an audience in, to be like, here's 2 episodes, let's get you in there, when this one only took 1? Or shows that not even just this show, but there are shows that just do 1 episode and it draws you in.
Well, Disney started doing the 2-3 episodes as an apology for delaying it. And then that became the norm. So was it was either Mandalorian or Andor. They had to delay it 3 weeks or something, or a couple weeks. And as an apology, they said, sorry, we have to delay it. Don't worry, we'll give you 2 episodes. And that was their, like, you know, don't hate us. We'll give you 2 episodes when it comes out, but we need to delay it.
Okay.
And then that just became the norm for them. And they kind of like cut them off at the knees, because then now they're just constantly in an apologetic state where they're like, sorry, it's shit. Here's 3 episodes. And now it's also too, because they were kind of competing with the Netflix format, because it just came out after like Stranger Things and a bunch of other really good Netflix shows where
Right.
they're just like, here's everything. And so they're trying to compete with that. So they started with an apologetic state, and then they were also kind of going into, we have to compete with companies that are putting out everything at once. So they were like, all right, we'll give you 3. And then everyone was like, well, they're kind of ass. And they're like, okay, well, here's 3 again. Sorry.
Okay, quickly before we sign off here, because I got to go pack.
Oh, yeah.
Pick one. You can only pick one. Pick a cameo that will show up in the show. It could be a villain or a hero. Doesn't matter.
Mr. Freeze, you need to
Okay.
chill out.
Ooh.
And he's a meat worker who works in a deep freeze all the time. And Schwarzenegger shows
I
up.
have a weird feeling we might get a hint of Hush.
All right.
I have no rhyme or reason. I feel like he'll fit there, and it'll lead into that second movie with Batman.
Okay.
No, I said my joke one, but I have a real one. I think maybe Deadshot.
That's out there. Okay.
Assassin that he hires or something
Right.
to kill
Sophia.
Victor or Sophia.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
Who do you think, Elvin?
I'm gonna say just probably another boss, a mob boss.
Oh.
I'm just thinking somebody from the other side,
Mm-hmm.
Salvatore side.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we're gonna see a big villain. They're not gonna do that in this show, I think. But we'll see. I think just another competing boss comes out of nowhere. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
No, I think we get Christian Slater as Deadshot. He voiced him in the game.
Yeah.
He's
And
one of
when I say a boss, it could be a male or female. We don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but I think somebody from a competing crime family, a mob
Who?
family, is going to show up, and we're going to go, okay, shit's getting real now.
Like who?
So, but I definitely think we're going to have 2 deaths.
Drop a name.
Drop a name.
I'm not going to drop a name. I'm not
Commit.
I'm not going to commit.
Do it.
But I think 2 people are going to die by the end of the show.
At least.
2.
Yeah, I think. How many is 6 episodes?
8.
8.
Oh, 8.
8 45-minute episodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
2. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up for today. Thank you everybody for. Yes, I gotta go pack. But everyone, thanks for joining us. We will be back next week Thursday. I'm still up in the air if I'm gonna be showing up, but these guys will probably be back next Thursday. We'll continue with the Penguin, and no Lord of the Rings this week, but we'll double back. Rings of Power, Rings of Power this Sunday, but next week Sunday we'll do 2 because they're the last 2 episodes. We'll wrap it up and be done with it for a few years. Good. And hopefully they never do it again, but they have to. They're forced to.
Then we'll talk about Gollum.
Yeah, there we go, Gollum. But yeah. Thanks for joining, everybody. If you're listening to us, if you've seen us for the first time, hit the like and subscribe button. Everybody that watches us, please hit the like button because it supports us and sends the algorithm to send our video out to other people. So we appreciate all of that. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Say bye, guys.
Later.